Ever since I was a little girl, my mother would always be sick. Not always, but as a little girl, she was sick. And as she was sick, I would look at her and I would be upset because I'm a young child. Of course, when your parent is not feeling well, you feel it as well. You feel their illness, you feel their ailment. And I always told my mom that I was going to be a doctor so I could take care of her. Well, as I got older, this changed, of course, and my interests changed as well. So I began thinking about other careers, not remembering telling my mother that I would be a doctor one day so I could take care of her. Well, she would remind me and say, I thought you were going to be a doctor. And I just said, oh, I changed my mind. And I changed my mind a lot. But during my ninth grade year in high school, my mother was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And although that's not a very serious disease, it was still very hard to adjust with because her hands would hurt. And things that she could normally do, she couldn't. So we had to readjust. She had to readjust her living range or style of how she used to do things because her hands would hurt. She would still do them, but it would take her more time or it would be more painful. And my senior year of high school, I was in an anatomy class and I fell in love with like the human body and everything. So I decided I wanted to be a doctor again. Although I want to be a sports physician and not exactly a rheumatologist, that perseverance that my mom had to continue doing what she normally do, even though she was going through so much pain, gave me the strength to decide that I could be a doctor even though I want to be a sports physician, and I could give her the funds she needs to get the medicine, the treatment, or anything she needs as the disease progresses. So even though I don't want to be a rheumatologist, I still want to be able to help my mother. And that's one of the most prominent stories about my mother that is most special to me. And then you come to me and say to me, I could face anything, and no one else can do